What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you joining me for another video. So last week I made a video about one of my rental units that did not get returned. The guest wasn't communicating with me, and to make matters worse, I lost signal to the GPS I had on the car. So in this video, I'm gonna be wrapping it up, letting you guys know what ended up happening to that car. But if you didn't see that first video, I highly suggest you guys go back and watch that, because I share a lot of pro tips on what to do if this was to ever happen to you, and how to avoid this happening to you, and how to make sure you're still operating within Turo's terms of service, because at the end of the day, they're controlling the funds. So I would highly suggest you guys check that video out. And I just like to make these videos, keep it 100% transparent, just to let you guys know both the good side and the bad side about the Turo business. And no, guys, I'm not trying to deter you guys from doing Turo. I'm not trying to unsaturate the market. I'm just making these videos to share my experience, and hopefully you guys get some valuable information out of this. Smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, and maybe book me for a consultation call or something like that. Stick to the end of this video. I'm gonna be showing you guys what I was into this car for, what I ended up getting paid for it, and what my average monthly payout looks like when it's all calculated. So in the past, when my vehicles did not get returned, I would either A, finally get contacted by the guest letting me know what happened to the vehicle, B, get contacted by a tow yard where the vehicle is. Usually they do so by sending you a letter in the mail to your address, your business address. But for this time, the guest's insurance company actually reached out to me and let me know that the car had been in an accident, and I guess the guest let them know she was renting the car on Turo. So they told me that they would cover the damages to the other person's vehicle, not my vehicle, which was fine because I know I'm on my protection plan. All I have to pay is my deductible. So the guest crashed the car. It wasn't a total loss situation at that point, but it was a strong enough impact to make my GPS unit come off the car. So now I'm going through all my vehicles, rewiring those, just make sure they're more secure so I don't have to go through this again. But the next day, or a couple days later, the guest actually ended up just crashing into a tree. No other vehicles involved. I'm not sure exactly how it happened, but the second crash definitely towed the vehicle out. I mean, this thing is smashed up. There's no coming back from this. And I went ahead and drove to the tow yard where the vehicle was located. It was about an hour and a half out. Now, usually I wouldn't do this, but I kind of wanted to get pictures and videos so I can make this content and follow up to this video. But normally I would just proceed with the claim and not even drive out of my way to go see the car, and which I've done that before. I have cars that have gotten totaled out and I've never seen the vehicle after that. I just got paid out for the claim and just took the check and kept it moving on to the next one. But in this case, like I said, I decided to go and see the vehicle, make sure I got some pictures and videos just to produce the content. And while I was there, I went ahead and signed off on all the release papers so Turo could have the car towed to IAA or Coparts. Now, I'm sure you guys are eager to know what I paid for this vehicle, what I'm into it for, what it cost me to maintain the vehicle, and what I ended up getting paid out for it. So let's jump into the numbers. So I bought this vehicle last year in April. My total cost of the purchase, the registration, all the fees involved, I came out at $10,560. Now, I've had this vehicle for 12 months, so averaging each car at $100 per month in insurance, I added up $1,200 for insurance costs. Repairs and maintenance in the year was $491, bringing my total expense on this vehicle for the whole year that I've had it at $12,251. Now let's look at how this vehicle performed in the year. From July to December 2020, this vehicle grossed $3,524. Going into 2021, this vehicle grossed $4,425, bringing the total revenue for 2020 and 2021 to $7,949. So, you know, it's not like this car's making thousands of dollars, but it's consistently making a few $100s a month, which is what I plan for all these vehicles that I purchase, 10 grand or less. As long as these vehicles make $600-700 a month, I'm happy with that, because I know at the end of the day, I'm gonna be selling this vehicle and getting most of my money back, you know, working it out to where I always make out. So as long as the vehicles make $600-700, I'm cool with that. So now I know you guys are wondering, what did the insurance pay out for this vehicle? So let's jump right into it. My check that I got for the vehicle, and keep in mind, they do include a reimbursement fee for the taxes you pay on it. So my total check that I got for this vehicle was $14,274.86. So as you guys can see, this is why my strategy works out perfectly in this business model, because I'm getting paid more than I even purchased the vehicle. So literally everything I made, all my monthly income was just cash flow, positive cash flow on this vehicle, and I still make out in the end. So total profit, when I subtract all my expenses minus my purchase cost, registration, and I subtract that from my revenue and my total loss check, I'll be in the profit for $9,973. Now, if you divide that by the 12 months that I own this vehicle, that would be roughly $831 a month. That's not, you know, anything to quit your job or retire on, but if you got a handful of cars doing numbers like this, that's not that bad. And I've had some people in my comments say, okay, $800 a month in a car, so that's $200 a week. Now, how much time are you spending cleaning the car and doing all that? The most I spend on these cars cleaning it is 15 minutes at a time. So if this car goes on, even if you say 3 trips a week, that's less than an hour in cleaning this vehicle. It's definitely worth it to make $200 a week for an hour's worth of work. Now, you know, there's people out there that's working minimum wage, getting paid $300 a week for putting in 40 hours of work. So if you compare that to what's going on with these cars and these numbers, it's not a bad return on investment at the end of the day. I can't speak for everybody that's running this business and how they're doing their numbers. I think you can never make out like this unless you're buying the vehicles under value. Because let's take a situation where I would have bought this vehicle at market value. I would have probably paid, what, 13, 14,000 for this vehicle. Now I'd be getting that money right back or a little bit less. But because I purchased this vehicle under value, I'm actually making a profit on the loss, and I get to keep the revenue that I made in the last year. So when I buy cars like this, there's really no losing in this situation. You just have to know how to calculate your numbers, how to purchase the right vehicles, and how to make sure you're still operating within Turo's terms of service, so you always get paid out for all your damages, especially the total loss ones. Now, I will leave you guys with a pro tip. If you guys are going through a situation like this where your vehicle got involved in an accident or a total loss situation, keep police reports, keep all that stuff intact, because let's say down the line somewhere, even a year later, somebody comes back with a lawsuit. You want to be able to have all your documents in order. I mean, screenshots of the trip, screenshots of the guest ID, the package that Trust and Safety gave you. You want to have everything, and you want to keep these documents forever. You never want to get rid of them, because you never know when it might pop back up or be a situation where you'll have to defend yourself. That's another pro tip for you guys. I hope you guys are really getting valuable lessons out of this and learning from my experience. If so, make sure you smash that like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Hit the subscribe button. It's very easy. Like, subscribe. And also, guys, go ahead and drop any comments or concerns you guys have about this business. I do my best to answer to every comment. Any questions you guys have, go and post them down below. Make sure you follow me on IG. Go ahead and book a consultation call with me if you're interested in getting involved in this business, and I'll try my best to point you in the right direction. Make sure you have a great start. Other than that, I appreciate you guys joining me for another video, and I will catch you guys next week. Everybody be safe.